Welcome. In this playthrough of Marvel Champions, a card game, we have a rematch with Doctor Strange going up against the Hood, but this time we're using the original, standard, and expert cards. And at the table for setup, the Hood's got a scheme of 2, attack of 1 reveal, choose one set-aside modular encounter set at random, then shuffle it into the encounter deck. Foul play is a special, discard the top 2 cards in the encounter deck, deal the first card discarded this way that does not belong to the Hood encounter set to yourself as a face-down encounter card, and he starts with 16 health. He's got 3 main schemes. We're just going to look at the first one, just letting us know what we start with. Instead of choosing 7 sets to go through, I'll just pick those up as we add them to the game. So we're choosing another one of those sets at random, then shuffle the encounter deck. So we're getting 2 random sets to start with. And I've just printed all the modular sets out on a piece of paper. And since I don't have a 41-sided die, I've got them in 4 different columns. 3 of them have 10, the other has 11, so I just roll dice to see. So we're going with column number 4 to start with. Rolling a 10-sided die, getting a 6, so we're starting with the Streets of Mayhem. And then the other set is going to be column 4 also. And 3, Sinister Syndicate. So we will take those 2 sets and shuffle those into our encounter stack. And on the other side of this, we've got a threshold of 5 for a threat. When revealed, each player must resolve the Hood's foul play ability in player order, and it starts with 1 threat. And then for Doctor Strange, we got his alternate art cards. I'm using that. It's got Authority 2, attack of 1, defense of 2. Spell Mastery as an action, exhaust him and pay the cost of the top card of the invocation deck. Resolve the special ability on that card. Other side, it's got a recovery of 3, hand size of 6, 10 health, and over here a hand size of 5. Let's see, begins the game with the invocation deck. We have there, we'll get that shuffled here in a bit. Natural Talent as an action, discard the top card of the invocation deck. Using the Power of Aggression with him, so we've got 2 of those cards. 3 Browbeats, a Lie in Wait, Magic Attack, In-Betweener, then Marvel Boy, Hulk, Valkyrie, Tigra, and Spider-Girl. Couldn't decide between Aggression or Justice, so hopefully I can get the Hood beat up before too long. Then for our basic cards, got our 3 Energies, Helicarrier, Quinn Carrier, the Sorcerer Supreme, 3 Spiritual Meditations, and Ironheart, Nick Fury, Endurance, and Downtime. All right, for finishing our setup, give this a good shuffle, and then we're going to do the foul play ability, discarding 2 cards. First card discarded is not the Hood, so we're going to get attacked another time, and the second one just gets discarded. Then we're going to give these a shuffle and see what starts on top. Got the images. And we're going to shuffle this and start with our 6 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Nick Fury, Magic Attack, Magic Blast, Downtime, Endurance, and Tigra. We'll keep Nick. Protective Ward, Lie in Wait, Sanctum Sanctorum, Master of the Mystic Arts, and Astral Projection. We are going to play Nick Fury using his ability to draw 3 cards. Spiritual Meditation, a Protective Ward, and the Sorcerer Supreme. We are currently a Mystic, so play only if you have the Mystic trait. It's an action, draw 2 cards, choose and discard a card from your hand. So Helicarrier and Spider-Girl. We'll get rid of the Helicarrier. We're going to play the Sanctum. It's an alter ego action. Exhaust this, shuffle a spell card from your discard pile into your deck, and draw a card. So spell. Oops. Then we're going to draw a card. Getting Marvel Boy. Then we're going to pitch 2 allies, which could be a mistake. To bring in the Sorcerer Supreme to give it a +1 hand size while in hero form. Play only if you have the Mystic trait. All right, so I'm going to flip over and thwart and attack for 2. Down to 14. End of turn, getting 6 cards. Mystic Arts, the Hulk, Energy, Browbeat, Meditation, and Wong. Hood throws a threat out there. It's going to attack. Nick Fury defends. The base 1, 2, 3 damage. Then we get in a counter card. First one, the villain attacks you. We'll take it. Just 1 damage. And then Shadows of the Past. Don't have the card I need. All right. So Baron is coming in. Schema 2, attack for 2, 5 health. When he attacks you, we're going to discard the top card of our deck, and depending on the resource of that, something bad's going to happen. Open the Dark Dimension. When revealed, place the top card of the Invocation deck face down under the scheme. When defeated, shuffle the Invocation card under here into the Invocation deck. So we're losing our images. And that gets 3 threats. And now we see our wins. And then these will get shuffled in here. Nope, that didn't go well. We're going to meditate. Got Strength and Valkyrie. And we're going to pitch Browbeat. We are going to pay the printed, spending 1 to pay for this card, pay the printed cost of the top card of the Invocation deck, resolve its special ability, then place it back on top of the deck face up. So that's going to allow us to draw 3 cards. Mystical Studies, We're Genius, and Meditation. Then we're actually going to use it to draw 3 cards. Browbeat, Eye, and In-Betweener. And that brings up the Crimson Bands. We're going to bring out the Eye, exhaust that to give us or generate a wild resource. We're going to bring out the Hulk, who can't thwart, but he can attack for 3. And after he attacks, discard the top card of our deck, and something magical will happen. So attacking for 3. And then that means we're going to do everything up here. So deal 2 damage to an enemy. We're going to deal that here. Deal 1 damage to each character. 13 down to 8. He'll take a damage, and then he'll get discarded. We're going to meditate some more. We'll keep the cloak. Bring the cloak out. We gain the aerial trait. And we can exhaust that to ready Doctor Strange. Then we're going to bring in Wong for 2 and that. Thwart 1, attack for 2, 3 health. We can exhaust him to either heal damage from our identity or discard the top card of our deck over there. We're going to heal for 1. Going up to 9. Then we're going to thwart for 2. And end our turn. I'll go ahead and keep the Browbeat. Magical enhancements, another Browbeat, enhancements, and a Magic Blast. So we're going to get 2 threats up to 3. He's attacking for 1, 4. Go down to 5 health. And counter card. The villain and each minion engaged with you attacks you. I guess this time we'll defend. For 1, 2, choose and discard 1 identity-specific card from your hand. Which will be magical enhancements. So we're getting attacked for 2. And we defended for 2. All right. Back to our turn. We're going to ready. We are going to use the eye to give us +1 thwart, attack, and defense. Then we're going to thwart for 3. Then we're going to use Wong to thwart for 1. Let's get rid of that. And that shuffles that back into here. And now we have the 7 rings up top. Then we're going to do a browbeat. Play only if your identity has the Avenger trait. Hero action, deal 2 damage to the villain. Deal X additional damage to the villain, where X is equal to a stage number. So 4 damage. Down to 9. And I'm going to flip over. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Counter card and shuffle. Ironheart, Quinn Carrier, Power of Aggression, and a Protective Ward. So we're going to get 2 more cards. I don't know if I should have stayed in hero form or not. We'll find out. Magic Blast and a Magic Blast. So we get a threat. Scheming for 2. Just 2. Counter card. Choose one set aside modular encounter, set at random, shuffle it into the encounter deck, resolve the Hood's foul play ability, and remove this card from the game. All right, bring out my lucky chart. We're on table 1, which goes to 11. And we rolled a 2, so we're bringing in the armies of Titan. Shuffle that on in here. Then we're going to do the Hood's ability. So that belongs to the Hood, gets discarded, and this one gets dealt out to us. So landing craft, when defeated, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck till a minion's discarded. Put that minion in play engaged with the player who defeated the scheme. Comes in with 2 threat. And this is going to surge since we're an alter ego. And the Hood now has a pistol, giving me +1 scheme and attack. And we can discard that with a mental and physical resource. All right, so we're going to bring in Ironheart. 4-1, attack 1, 2 health. After you play from your hand, draw a card. Spiritual Meditation. We'll go ahead and do that. Drawing 2 cards and then discarding 1. Mystical Studies or Downtime. We'll get rid of the studies. Then we're going to use that to shuffle a spell back in here and draw a card. Whoops. After we throw a few around, we'll draw a card. Tigra. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Downtime to give us +2 recovery. And then recover for 5. Flip over and ready. Bring in Tigra, 4-1, attack for 2, 3 health. After she attacks and defeats a minion, heal a damage from her. Need the threat to go down for sure. So thwarting for 1. And then thwart for 1 each on those. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck till a minion's discarded. Put that minion into play. So he's put into play so the one reveal does not go off. Scheme of 1, attack of 1, and 2 health. Then we're going to use the eye, exhaust to bring out 3 toughness. 1, 2, and 3. And Crimson Bands on top. And we are done with our turn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Valkyrie, Browbeat, Power of Aggression, Spider-Girl, Meditation, and Energy. Up to 3 threats. We're being attacked. We're tough. We're going to take it. So 1, 2. Stun the character you control with the highest attack value. It's going to be Wong. We've got an option here. So we lose tough. And that guy's going to attack us for 1. We'll go down to 9. Counter card. The Hood attacks you. Resolve the Hood's foul play ability. Ironheart defends. So base 2, 3, 4 damage. And then his foul play ability means we're getting a master plan. So we're going to find a threat here or scheme. And this gets discarded. So we got attacked and resolved his ability. So this triggers now. Place 4 threat on each side scheme. If there are none, we're going to go find one. So looking for a side scheme in here. Found a landing craft. When defeated, discard cards from the top until we find a minion and put it into play. All right, we're going to meditate, drawing 2 cards and then discarding 1. We will get rid of the Magic Blast. Going to exhaust, spinning 2 to do a Crimson Bands. Stun an enemy and deal 7 damage to it. So stunned and down to 2 health. That brings up the images. We're going to ready. Tiger is going to attack for 2, defeating a minion. So healing, then take consequential and lose tough. It's a mental and a physical. We will use that and exhaust for images to remove 4 threat from a scheme, and we're confusing the villain. Which brings out the vapors, which we'll use this for. Pay the printed cost of the card on top, which is free. So we're spending this to pay for that, to use that and put it back on top. Choose a status card in play, replace it with a different status card. Stunned is going to get tough. And then we're going to heal over here for 1. Then use a Browbeat to deal 4 damage to the villain, which will take him down. So now we're getting a set aside encounter set, and his special ability is discard the top 2 cards in the encounter deck. Deal each card discarded this way that does not belong to the Hood to yourself, and 18 health. All right, this time we are getting column 1 and Crossfire's crew. So take that and shuffle it in. And that's going to end her turn. Keep Spider-Girl, get 5 more cards. Astral Projection, Browbeat, Strength, Magical Enhancements, and some Meditation. Get 2 threat. It's going to attack, lose stun. And counter card, he's going to scheme, lose confused. That went well. Then we're going to meditate, drawing 2 and discarding 1. It's going to be our enhancements. We're going to use him to discard the vapors. I hope that doesn't come back on top. It did. So we're going to use the eye to bring in lion weight. After a minion engages you, discard lion weight, deal 3 damage to that minion. Then we're going to thwart for 2. Discard until we find a minion and put it in play. So he is put in play, and then he's going to take 3 damage. So after he attacks you, deal damage to each ally you control. Then attacking for 2. Heals and takes her damage. We're going to ready. Then do a browbeat to deal 4 damage. Actually, we're doing 5 now. It's 2 plus the stage number. He's stage 3. So down to 13. Discard a mental and a physical to get rid of his pistol. And thwart for 2. And end her turn. Keeping Spider-Girl. Mystic Arts, Nick Fury, the In-Betweener, Magic Attack, and a Protective Ward. 1 threat. Attacking, Ironheart's defending. So 1, 2, discard a card at random from your hand. That's unfortunate. So long, Spider-Girl and Ironheart. Then Unbridled Ambition, hinder 2 per player, then another 2. When the villain phase begins, each player must resolve the Hood's foul play ability in order. And back to our turn. Well, Wong is going to discard the vapors, which brings up Crimson Bands. Strange is going to use Master of the Mystic Arts, paying the printed cost, so that is paying for that. These 2 are paying for the Crimson Bands, so get to do that. Stunning an enemy. And 7 damage, down to 6 health. Then we'll use that with that and that as a resource to do this again, which will take care of the Hood. So big difference between playing the Hood and the normal Expert versus Expert 2. So as always, hope you enjoyed this playthrough. So please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.